The first thing I'm going to make actually and work on with you all today is making a watercolor individual. And this activity can be quite fun actually, just because if there is a card that you want to make or something cute, little small and cute you want to do, this is a great way to customize a card for, you know, your loved one. Today I'm going to actually be using the Winsor Newton colors, and you can see some of the colors here. I'll link it in the video if you're interested. But let's go ahead and get started. I love this little packet of colors just because I can start dipping into it and take it wherever I go. So I actually have a pre-existing color already here. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that a little bit. I'm also gonna mix this one here. The first part is to decide how big you want this person to be. So I like to go ahead and start by drawing out a bit of an oval, a slender oval that is, because you can always add more paint to your color, to your image, and it's harder to take that color out. So when it comes down to defining, you know, a person's features, perhaps maybe you want a more slender jaw line, you can do that if you start off with a very thin looking oval. So that's my general shape. I like to also go ahead and draw in the ears as well. So I'm gonna do that. Draw in the ears. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry a bit. Right there. Just wiping out some excess color. Because this is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and make a few more of these faces. Next thing I want to think about as these things are drying are the combination of colors I want to use. So the person I want to draw today, I want them to have orange hair. I don't know why, but I really like the idea of painting someone with red hair. So what I'm doing here is I'm just combining some colors so I can get that desired orange. So I'm mixing my red in with my yellow here and getting some orange onto my brush. So now I have that orange ready. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is dry. I'm not gonna touch the face yet, but I'll create the surrounding hair. So I want this person to have short hair. I'm just gonna do that surrounding area because I do want to move forward. The next thing I want to think about is if I want to have the hair cover this ear and how much of the hair to kind of come down onto the forehead as well. So at least for the ear, looks a bit more dry. So I'm gonna cover the side of the ear. I think this is the left side of the person I'm trying to paint. Another way to add definition is to wait for this hair to dry and then go in with a more deeper orange color. Now we have this beautiful, luscious hair. and it looks a bit funny and you know, very distinct. The next thing I want to think about are the features. So do I want this person to have a big nose, a small nose? How do I want it? So, you know, ideally in a different case, if you're actually drawing someone specific, you have an idea. You can choose one feature that you really want to emphasize in the image that will stand out, whether that be a mole, a larger nose, bigger eyes, straight nose, slender nose. So you can think about that. I'm gonna go ahead and dab out the excess because I want to have very thin lines when I work on this, and it seems pretty dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the nose since it is the center. I'm gonna make a slender nose here. I'm gonna make it a little bit pointy. So I have that. I'm gonna go ahead, grab more color, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna draw the eyes here. And I'm just gonna draw the crease of the eyes instead of the entire eye. Similarly, I'm gonna draw the crease of the lips right here, or just where the lips, I want the lips to be right there. This helps me use darker colors to continue defining their features. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip a bit of black onto my brush. And I wanna create some type of winged effect. So I'm gonna just slowly add that color in. And then for the lips, I want to go ahead and use a darker purple color. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that here. I'm just going to dab it extra off. I really want this pop of color, so I'm just going to extend the lips here, just like that. To add more definition to the face, I'm going to take a lighter pink color, like a very, very light color. And sometimes it might just look super light, but that's exactly how we want it. Because when it dries, it'll definitely show. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that pink here. So in all, we have this person so far. The other features you want to quickly go ahead and add at this point is the neck. So you can add the neck, and once the neck dries, I add some shadow, so a little bit darker color, a bit of a darker color on the neck. But that's our mini person for now. And for the rest of the faces, we can go ahead and add, their distinct features. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. And I'd love to see the watercolor